Mega Masters Aquamarine in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What seed is Giovani? 53? Is that right? I think that's right. Right, 53? All right, let's take care of this situation right now. Okay, how's it look now? Deck, what do you think? We're getting, we have a high standard here at Deck, and we will have a space in between our seed, our colon there, and then the seed number. All right, we are underway. Both players Tetrising, and both players, being people, and we will tell you some attributes of those people on the left side. It is Chilla, seed number 44. Qualified into this tournament with a 1.14 million average of the top 3 scores over the course of a 90-minute qualifier from Australia. Chilla has an overall PB of 2.37 million and won Future Circuit back in April 2024, Challengers back in June 2022, a CTM scheduler and the Community Tournament Future Circuit admin extraordinaire, although heading into retirement soon. Which is a very sad thing. Chilla has done a very admirable job helping out with all sorts of aspects of the CTM universe. 167 Chilla, 191 for Giovani, who qualified into seed number 53 with a 1.09 million qualifier from Italy. And if you don't believe that, we saw Giovani eating lasagna earlier, and I think that is proof enough. Giovani with a 1.32 million PB. And I was trying to find some, matches and, what is Giovani's history? As far as I can tell, well, Giovani's spiring here. Z's all in the middle. There's a Tetris into column 3 for Giovani. As far as I can tell, Giovani won the first tournament he ever entered, and that was, at least his first CTM tournament he ever entered. That was Tier 2 in April of 2020. Tier 2 community tournament. 270 for Giovani. Chilla 306. It's very hard to find information on things that happened then, but it seems like Giovani won that community tournament Tier 2 and just, tore through opponents like Knight and Scamper and Heps. So that was pretty good fact. 297 Giovani, 352 for Chilla. Giovani was second in the CTWC DAS Championship in Germany in 2024. Also played in Silver 2021, the second of the 2 CTWC online years. Giovani's board is dangerous here. Now, Giovani, of course, playing DAS right now. Chilla a roller. So this is, could have shades of yesterday's match between Miles and Eliash. And the survival for Giovani, amazing. There is a left well Tetris 1 row off the bottom. So that was some great survival. Chilla with the Tetris kind of misdrops an L piece in the middle. 445 for Chilla, 377 Giovani. Giovani also played in various tournaments. It popped up in Italy, 2021 and 2022. And appears to have won something called CITC, which I imagine is, or CTIC, the Classic Tetris Italy Championship. That was in 2022. Also played in the Austria events in 2024 and 2025. 477 for Chilla, 425 for Giovani. Oh, that left side S for Giovani. That's going to make him very dependent on a long bar right now. There's the bar that's going to help bring this stack back down. There's a skim and a double. It's going to help make that left side much more accessible. And we are motoring our way through game number 1. We're already just, under 10 lines on Giovani's side to 19, where the speed will increase. 548 for Chiller. That's a pretty good score through 118 lines. The winner of this match will take on Gwafey in round 2. This is all going to feed into a top 32 matchup with Knight. 510 for Giovani into 19. S flat on the right side for Chiller. That's going to force one burn and now another burn. But 597 entry into 19 for Chiller. Y'all can't see this on this scene, but Chiller has an amazing blue leather couch. I mean, that is I'm so impressed with good couches. I love a leather couch for some reason. I've never had one. I guess I had, like a fake, I don't know. I guess it was like a futon. That was a bad idea. I had a leather futon when I lived in Las Vegas, right? You can already understand the problems with having a leather futon that I primarily slept on because I was in an efficiency when I lived in Las Vegas. That's a recipe for just sweating all the time. All right, Chiller bringing this stack back down with Love a Long Bar. Giovani going to get a Tetris. 715 for Giovani, 745 for Chiller. Oh, Giovani going to top out at 715. Kind of high centering there, and then just the right side became inaccessible even though he was set up. So Chiller is going to take game number 1. Man, I haven't had lasagna in a million years. I mean, that looks amazing. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, have you ever had mac and cheese Tetris? That's cheese on pasta, right? Is there a definitive list of like foods that Tetris has never had? And also, what do you think? This is all some long con, right? Like, I think there's a good chance that this is some, con or Andy Kaufman Dada-esque kind of performance art or something. And, or some kind of affectation. I mean, I don't know. This is maybe, this is what I'm feeling like could be the case. 71,000 for Chiller, 91,000 for Giovani as we get underway in game number 2. Can you time Tyler out? Tyler just said mac and cheese is nasty. What the heck kind of person? See, now I didn't really fully believe like aliens exist, but someone comes in saying that mac and cheese is nasty. That's probably an alien. Their taste buds are not the same as ours. 162 for Giovani, 142 for Chiller. 191 Giovani, 189 Chiller. Both of them are gonna Tetris. Tetris, you gotta have that macaroni and cheese. I mean, that is like a warm, cheesy hug inside of your stomach. I mean, that is you gotta have that. All right, there's a little triple there for Giovani, 243, 258 for Chiller. All right, Giovani looking for that J piece. Gets it. Gets Tetris ready. Long bar. Tetris Giovani, 289. Chiller, a couple rows of garbage over the well. I think we are... Oh, we lost a follower. I think we were 5 people away from... from 10,000, and now we're 6 people away. We're going in the wrong direction, everyone. We are heading in the wrong direction. Oh my goodness. All right, Giovanni's board was going in the wrong direction for a little bit here, starting to bring it down. And Giovani kind of needs something and kind of stacked up too high. Giovani could not get the bar, and Chiller is gonna take game number 2 and go up 2 games to none. Yeah, Jay in the window says we have a new 0K follower goal. Guys, help us get to 0 followers. I like that. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Siler says giving 5 subs if Chiller wins versus Gwafey. Well, you don't even know that Chiller's getting to Gwafey yet. Like, what is this? I mean, that, of course, that's fine. It still holds, right? How about if Giovani wins versus Gwafey? What will you do? 50 subs, yes, of course. 50 subs if Giovani wins. All right, that's what I like to see. Yeah, I mean, Eliash really. I mean, really put it to Miles yesterday. I mean, that was, I don't know. Was I the only one that felt that was like a tense situation? I was like, oh my God, if Miles loses, Miles is going to quit Tetris. Like, I don't know. That's the vibe that I got. He's like, that was very tense to me. $137 for Giovani, 98,000 for Chiller. What's up, Chen? Miles is going to clip farm that out of his TikTok. Yeah, that's true. Miles probably was just literally throwing for content. 184 for Chiller. I'm sorry, 184 for Giovani, 127 for Chiller. Sorry about that. Chiller will get to 184, so you can just edit that around. The Vits for Giovani is filled in, and a Tetris is gotten. 230 for Gio, 172 Chiller. Mac and cheese with tuna. Amazing. The line spin from Chiller. Thank you, Chiller. That is amazing. Tuna, which kind? Skipjack. Oh, wait, sushi? No, you don't put sushi tuna in macaroni and cheese. It's like canned tuna. All right, the board's starting to climb for Giovani, but he gets a long bar in for a Tetris. You never had canned tuna before? Pretty good. People do it wrong. I mean, you know, we've discussed this in the past. People like drain all the. Oh, there's a line spin for Giovani. Look at that. We are line spinning all over the place. People like squeeze the heck out of the tuna, right? The like tuna water. Oh, get every last bit of moisture out of this tuna, and then they complain, "Oh, tuna's really dry. I don't like tuna." Well, no, you mix the liquid back in, guys. $397 for Giovani, $325 for Chiller. Just try it. I mean, assuming you get the water. Like, if you get, like, tuna in some weird oil, then you're just broken. All right, Tetris Geo, $465, $351 for Chiller. A 5 below for Giovani. There's another Tetris Geo, 490 through 98. So Giovani with some early pacing here. Tetris Chiller, 403. Another Tetris Giovani, 538 through 109. He's going to stand up that Z piece. There we go. There's the nice L piece. Tuck in there. Long bar over. Tetris Giovani. Isobreen is here. It says even more Mega Masters. Indeed. Welcome into the stream. All right, we are just about to hit the level 19 transition. That speed increase is coming. Players always sitting up a little extra straight in their chairs. I do that too. Where I'm just like, oh, I'm about to hit set. I better hit. I'm about to hit 19 posture check time. I better sit up straight. Meanwhile, like I've been, like pacing really good. Just, just lazily like putting my leg over the table and flopping around, slouching, and somehow I think if I sit up straight I'll play better, but maybe I should just keep slouching. 661 for Giovani, he's on 19. 506 now, 530 for Chiller, so about 131,000 point lead for Giovani. Here's a Tetris Chiller, 556. All right, Chiller set up column 4, 2 rows dirty, gets it. All right, Tetris Geo, 746. A quick tap of that L to the left for Giovani. Giovani dassing this. This is some pace. 802 on 22. All right, that T gets to the left. Tetris Giovani, 835. He's ahead by about, well, the lines are tied right now, so he's ahead by about 154,000 points. There's a skimming of Tetris for Giovani. Another Tetris Giovani, 926 on 24. Another Tetris Giovani, 961. He's not quite one away, but he's close. Okay, Giovani dealing with a little bit of a sitch here. Got an open well. Has to take a burn. Oh, quick taps that T over. Giovani, there we go. Tetris for Giovani. A27. He's got the max out. And great survival from Giovani. I mean, you know, you're seeing people who are rolling here, but Giovani, that survival for a DAS player, absolutely insane. There's a skim and a Tetris for Giovani A64. Like, you know, like you realize that Giovani's playing DAS with that survival. That is utterly crazy. Tetris Giovani B34. He's got the 1.1. He's set up for one more if he can get the bar. He gets the bar into 29. B70. So Giovani enters 29 with about 165,000 point lead. Chiller needs to chase down B72. So Giovani just leaving it all out on the table. Does everything he can to give his rolling opponent a difficult chase down. So B72 is the target for Chiller. Of course, we have a level 39 super kill screen, and it's so hard to come into this tournament as a DAS player with basically, you know, a 100 line handicap. You know, your opponent has 100 lines they can use that you basically cannot. So you got to admire players coming in here as DAS players. First of all, making it into the bracket and then putting up a score on their rolling opponents and really putting it to them. Okay, Chiller just in singling and doubling mode. All right, trying to bring this down. A couple of gaps here on the low board. Giovani with a sweat here. Okay, that board's starting to complicate. Still low, though. Giovani, watches that hang of the L to the left with interest. And that is going to be a top out for Chiller. So Giovani is going to take game number 3. And that is like a victory of a match all by itself just for Giovani. He's pumped. Now he's playing with house's money now. So GG's to both players. Giovani, great game. Let's go ahead, get him started. Game number 4, Chiller versus Giovani. Giovani, right after a thrilling game 3, the 1.1 put up against the roller Chiller. Now, of course, you guys know I don't root for anyone. I would not, you know, not even because I'm like, oh, I really do root for someone, but I'm keeping it a secret. No, I really don't. Like, I love to see all the stories, but I got to admit, it is very exciting to see, you know, I'm a DAS player, so it's exciting to see a DAS player, you know, kind of give it to these rollers a little bit. I got to admit, I will admit it. It's like Giovanni's, you know, doing this for all of us, right? And Eliash yesterday. Chiller dashed on 18 on all games. Oh, that's 18. All right. I didn't notice. But yeah, Chiller does appear to be playing DAS right now. And some rollers do that. I did say do. All right. Good one, Danny. Good one. All right. But of course, you guys know I have no real rooting interest. But, you know, when it does happen, it is kind of fun to, like, DAS. Tetris Chiller 174 There's a skimming a Tetris for Giovani. Danny, I saw Squirrely and Divide by Zero playing on Nestris.org last night. Are you playing other Scooty? Is there like a Scooty family league? There should be a league. $306 for Giovani, $291 for Chiller. Oh, Giovani with the adjustment there to make room for that long bar into column 2. He's trying to squeeze out every little bit of efficiency, and it worked in game 3. Just Wobert with the raid party of 2. Thank you. All right, another skim and Tetris for Giovani. Gonna miss with that Z piece. That's gonna slow him down a bit. He's got a lead right now, but all right, Tetris Giovani 402. Another one 425. Kingsman with the super chat. Kingsman super chatting $5, says FFC Flabby Fatty Championship. Vandy is certainly the heavyweight champion there. Oh, Kingsman, you're so sweet. I mean, I don't know. Kingsman could fight in that. I don't know. I think we could. Kingsman, maybe we should start a league, like a Tetris league, just for people like you and me. Okay, little body positivity Tetris. 524 for Chiller, 541 for Giovani. Like, yeah, we will have strict BMI requirements. Like, it must be verified by an independent nutritionist or physician. Okay, Tetris Chiller 571 through 121, 587 for Giovani. So more pace, and a 611 for Giovani. 616 for Chiller. 2 lines separating them. This is pretty darn close. And a Tetris Giovani is taking a 635 transition into 19, but Chiller taking a 640 transition into 19. Chiller's like, nah, we're done. It's all very cute there in game 3, but okay, 665 for Chiller, 685 for Giovani. Tetris Chiller, there's one Giovani. Or Giovanni. It's probably not Giovanni. It's probably Giovanni, but I'm an American, right? So I'm going to say every vowel, okay? All right, long bar over Tetris Giovanni, 789. 777 Chiller. Can we do a 30-plus tournament for CTM? I mean, are you not in the Geezer Discord? You can come in if you want. 851 for Giovani. 835 for Chiller. Is that Geezer League? It is. Okay, Tetris Chiller 926, 889 for Giovani. So Chiller now out to a lead, but Giovani with the better board right now, so might be able to get back in the lead, and Giovani will get back into the lead by a small amount. And now they're just going to trade this lead back and forth with Tetrises. Both players with a max out here on 26. So Giovani with back-to-back maxes. That Z piece is going to slow Giovani down a little bit. Another long bar gets over for a Tetris throw. A82. He's going to try to bring this board back efficiently and try to at least get some Tetrises here toward the end for him, which is going to be 29 basically. But Chiller out to a lead by more than a Tetris. There's another Tetris Chiller, B68. Giovani gonna get a dirty Tetris. He knows the assignment, B27 for him. He's gonna try to squeeze two out here. There's a skim, quick tap. He knows what he has to do. He's doing it. It's all up to RNG. There's one. He's set up for another. It's not going to be enough. Can he get anything else out of this? And that's a 1.2 for Giovani. He gets a 1.1 in the previous game, and now he gets a 1.2, which is utterly crazy. He did everything he could possibly do, pushing DAS to its limits. It's not going to be enough, but God, Giovani has nothing to be ashamed of there. That is a great performance. So back-to-back days with great DAS performances. I mean, what else can you expect of yourself? That is utterly crazy. And really, Chiller, had to, think about that the entire time. Like, this guy's dropping a max out, a 1.1, a 1.2 on me. So that is utterly crazy, but it is going to be Chiller with, of course, the cheating rolling style. All right, I already got you there, Gwafey. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, we got 5 into our quest for the perfect 7. We are underway now. Game 1, Mega Masters round 2. This is all going to feed into a match against Knight, who is a player on the rise. On the left side, it is Gwafey, who qualified into this tournament into seed number 21. And in virtue of getting a top 32 or higher seed, does not have to play round 1, gets a 1-round bye. Gwafey qualified with a 1.32 million average of his best 3 games over a 90-minute qualifier from the United States of America with a overall PB of 2.13 million. Gwafey is ranked number 21 on the most recent Premier poll, which is a ranking of Tetris players by a bunch of Tetris luminaries, like broadcasters and journalists. Gwafey is a former Futures Circuit winner. That was back in July of 2024. And debuted in the Masters event in January 2025 and got into the top 8. Gwafey also played in CTWC Gold Bracket in 2024 and made it into the top 4 of the Northeast Regional. And I don't know, are they just uploading? Oh, that's the 2024 one. So that is Gwafey. On the right side, Chiller. 115 here for Chiller, 213 for Gwafey. Chiller qualified in with a 1.14 million. Took out Giovani in a memorable round 1 game. Chiller from Australia with an overall PB of 2.37 million. A Future Circuit winner back in April of last year. Challenger Circuit back in June of 2022 is our, well, is now for a current, for a limited time, a scheduler with CTM, organizer of our Futures Circuit and community tournament, and really a pillar of the classic Tetris community. Chiller the pillar. But, he's going to retire from all those duties soon, so Chiller will be sorely missed. 156 for Chiller, 277 for Gwafey. Okay, that long bar in column 8 is a problem. So Chiller going to work, trying to just bring this stack down, make it workable again. That long bar to the right is going to make things a little hard. And that is going to be a top out for Chiller at 159. Gwafey is good in game number 1. 3-1 Tetris. Oh, by the way, Siler, thank you for the 4 bits 6 minutes ago. 4 bits so I get on the leaderboard. Oh, I missed a couple of subs earlier too. Tacnerus gifted 6 months of tier 1 on Twitch to Bent Squirrely, and also K Taco resubscribed with Prime for 5 months. So I missed that about 12 minutes ago. I think that was just kind of in the middle of a match, and then all that. And also C-Dubs coming in tier 1, 48 months. Is 48 divisible by 12? I believe it is. 99% of mathematicians agree that 48 is divisible by 12 evenly. I mean, I guess any numbers, you can do division on any numbers, I guess, but evenly, so that you get a whole number. Okay, 106 for Gwafey. There's a Tetris. 129. 101 for Chiller. What about 0? Actually, 0, guys? $178 for Gwafey, $151 for Chiller. You can say something like, oh, you can divide pretty much any number by any number, right? You put that little qualifier pretty much in there because you realize, like, yeah, like there's 0. But you don't want to, like, go, well, you don't want to be all whatever, and then someone will go, yeah, but what about 0? Well, yeah, that's why I said pretty much. Like, oh my god, the internet. 221 for Chiller, 233 for Gwafey. Oh, there's a little adjustment for an overhang for Chiller for that square. and a Tetris. 289 Chiller, 264 Gwafey. Is 13 divisible by 3? I mean, yeah, you can do 13 divided by 3. You won't get a whole number, but you can do it. It's not like your calculator will break. It has, you know, decibels. $337 for Chiller, $311 for Gwafey. Tetris Gwafey, $359. There's one. Chiller, $406. S-spin for Chiller. Remember, folks, we have 2 more brackets to do today. It's 10:07 here in Texas, and at noon, we will have our next bracket. That's going to be the mustard bracket with Doogie K, Doodle, and Akatu. And is it Akatu or Akatu? It's got to be Akatu, right? $479 Chiller, $429 Gwafey. 50,000 point lead for Chiller here in game number 2. ISO, that doesn't help. Just putting a dash between 2 of the syllables doesn't help. Okay, Chiller in a spot of bother here. That overhang. Emphasis on the so Akatu, like I've been saying. But then I heard somebody who like knows more, or just somebody who's like deeper into the bowels of Tetris said Akatu. And plus the A is capitalized. So Gwafey, if he's going to capitalize on Chiller here, needs to uncover. And the survival here is absolutely crazy, but that's going to be a top out. And Chiller is good in game number 2. We are tied. I don't really care about the pronunciation, but yes, but just tell me which it is. Just all you got to do is put all the letters in lowercase except for the emphasized syllable in capital letters. That's all you got to do. It's easy. Instead, people will just like put a dash between syllables, and that doesn't tell you anything. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game 3. There's a triple into a Tetris for Gwafey. Chiller starting off 4 Tetrises. Okay, Gwafey with a little bit of cleanup to do and just continues to pile S's over onto column 10. Finally uncovers. And a long bar in for Gwafey, 104. Chiller, 144. Do you emphasize the difference between pull and pole? Those two words are not said anywhere near the same. Is it just? Is it because y'all are from like Oklahoma or something? Like pull, you know. Hanging on that pole. Those do not sound the same to me at all. All right, 195 for Chiller. Tetris, Chiller, 219, 242 for Gwafey. Now, all right, now the lines are tied and the score is exactly tied. Pole and pull, you know, those are entirely different. Like there's a tractor pull where tractors like drag things around, and there is a tractor pole, which is where people vote on which tractor they like. Tetris for Chiller, 335, 333 for Gwafey. It sounds very similar. Well, okay. I guess it depends on where you're from. 405 Gwafey, 340 for Chiller. I mean, thankfully you don't have to pronounce things exactly perfectly to be understood, right? Humans, analog, not computers. You know, we are not computers. $386 for Chiller. There's a long bar down for a Tetris. 409, 430 for Gwafey. One line apart and about a 21,000 point lead. So Gwafey really, when the lines are close, just ahead by about a Tetris. Vandy pronounced pole and pull in your native Bostonian accent. Oh, God. It's weird to summon that accent back, and I overemphasize, like I overdo it. There's nothing special, I don't think, in a Boston accent between pull and pole. $547 Gwafey, $511 for Chiller. All right. Well, I don't know. Cannot tell if intentional from Chiller, that long bar placement, and that with that L sliding in over to the left of it. But it kind of worked out. 601 transition into 19 for Gwafey. 563 into 19 for Chiller. There's a Tetris Chiller, 588. Gwafey with a covered well about 8 rows high. He's got to get to work unblocking the well, and does. Long bar gets over. Tetris Gwafey, 655. Tetris Chiller, 639. See, now it's the 19 portion, guys. Let's talk about pronunciation. See, we can do that on 18 before my YouTube executive producers upbraid me for talking about something other than Tetris during 18. That's the slow part where you talk about whatever. And now we talk about Tetris. So Chiller here, probably was going to look for some kind of spin tuck over on the left side, but then having to block all of that out. So now is just an annoying little down stack here, but still low on the board for Chiller. There's a nice triple to clear away a lot of that. Tetris for Gwafey, 754 now, into the lead by about 10,000. And Tetris down the middle for Chiller, 773. 785 for Gwafey. Oh, there's a little nifty spin with the J for Chiller. Chiller staying down that middle. And there's a long bar into column 4 for the Tetris. Okay, gonna transfer the well to the right. His rightful home in column 10. Gwafey at 827. Chiller now in the lead. Long bar Chiller. There's one. Gwafey also. Still about a 14,000 point lead for Chiller. They're just Tetrising along. Kind of a long bar hang over on that right side for Chiller and a missed T-spin. So now they got to get that left built out, and it is. And the well is unblocked. Gwafey in a little bit of a slowdown here. Chiller, Tetris. This may allow Chiller to get back out into a lead, and it does. Chiller's got the max out, level 27. Gwafey still with one little pesky gap there. He's going to take care of that before 29. Okay, Chiller just one Tetris away. There it is. A89 from Chiller. A equals 1 million points. And A11 here for Gwafey, but starting to high center here. One line before 29. And getting droughted and blocks the well just as the bar comes. That's going to be a top out for Gwafey at A14. And Chiller is good and takes game number 3. Oh, I'm getting my left and right mixed up. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Gwafey up against the Chiller, 1 win away. Let's go 3-2-1 Tetris. C-Dub says, what do we even pay you for? You're right. You're right. I gotta earn it. I gotta earn it. Yeah, players do. That's probably the most common issue in the seed checking business is B's and 8s being confused. All right, Adjustment City on the left side for Gwafey. J in the window with the T. Oh, Chiller going to miss with that T on the left side. Well, that should clear away pretty easily, and it does. And that bar in column 9, pretty weird too. But all under control now. 116 for Gwafey, 94,000 for Chiller. Chiller gets that Tetris 117. So we are tied early on. Yeah, you will see Chiller dassing on 18. And yeah, some rollers do this. I don't know if it's to conserve, some sort of hand energy or to take, just to have less painful hands or whatever, or if it's reliability. Some people who have been playing DAS for a long time just feel more comfortable playing DAS on 18 and feel like it's more reliable. I would love to get to the point where I feel like my DAS is reliable, That was a sweet little Vitz for Chiller. Like, there's like a bar that overhang. It's like a, you know, normally you wouldn't use a long bar to set up a Vitz, right? You would just use a bar. You would put the bar where, you know, the Vitz hole would go, but there was a situation where the bar was flat and the Vitz was set up, and so that is pretty nifty. I was thinking about that last night, actually. Yeah, like don't use a bar to set up a Vitz because you already have the bar that you need, you know, to put in that Vitz hole. So, but there is a spot where it kind of made sense a little bit. You're just setting up like a generalized overhang, and then the bar happens to come, but you could have filled it in with a lot of different pieces. 264 for Chiller, 268 for Gwafey. Oh, C-Dub says, yeah, enough about Tetris. How about those socks? Well, the socks are ruining my summer, ma. They are ruining my summer. Okay, a little bit of a misdrop there for Gwafey with that L piece. That's going to slow him down a little bit. 295. 310 for Chiller. What is going on? Not a single soul understood that reference. You mean the Boston Red Sox, and then being said in a Boston accent? I guess it is kind of an America-centric thing. All right, Chiller going to fill out the left of that long bar, but get the other bar to take the Tetris. Is a Boston accent really that heavy? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's starting to... Oh, Chiller kind of switching to rolling here because there was trouble at the top of the stack. That's going to be a top out for Chiller. The target for Gwafey is 430. 430 is that target. That was a light accent, honestly. Yeah, yeah, it sure was. But, you know, I got rid of that accent very early because I wanted to be in broadcasting and public speaking, and I thought it just sounded ridiculous. So 430 is the target. There's a Tetris for Gwafey, and there is the game. And folks, we have us a decider in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You mean like this, putting it right there? That is just ridiculous. That's a good size for the decider bottle, by the way. I think this is probably the right size. You don't need to look too, you know, you still want to have the fun meme reference or whatever, but you don't want to go overboard, right? So it is a decider. It is a game 5. Gwafey in a little bit of a pickle here early on in this game 5, but he's going to figure it out. And Chiller has yet to Tetris also. As a T-spin setup, gets the T, gets the spin, gets the Tetris. The decider bottle should be covering up the entire right half of the screen. I only want to see Gwafey's gameplay, and Vandy can radio cast the other side. Yeah, for real. Put it over the R in Chiller, like chilled. Oh, that's pretty good. Chilled. I like it. That works. Yeah, but yeah, people are getting their, you know, they're either purchasing the merch, a merch purchase. That sounds fun. Or as in Boston, we say a merch purchase. But And, they're getting them home. They're posting pictures, and they look pretty good. So there's like that D-cider pint glass, and I don't know. I think it looks great. There's the Vits, the true Vits for Gwafey with the eye in the window. 156 for Gwafey, 152 for Chiller. All right, Jasmine loves it. I haven't seen Jasmine lately. But somehow I think, she's always lurking, waiting for Vits. Is Chiller from Australia or Austria? Australia. Austria is AUT. Australia is AUS. There's an actual like code here. Maybe we should put that in a command, like country code command. Put this link in there. $253 for Chiller, $277 for Gwafey. Oh, look, you gotta. Can you put a country of someone else? Oh. Got it. Well, there you go. You've answered your own question. 300,000 for Chiller, 324 for Gwafey, but Gwafey's ahead by 5 lines. There's a skimming a Tetris for Chiller. Maybe just have the abbreviation after the country name? What? I don't know what you mean. Don't set your country to a meme country. Set it to your actual country because we may use that. I like literally use that information when I'm like trying to get info on players. Then again, Tetris, I probably will never commentate a match with you in it. Got him. 385 for Gwafey, 420 for Chiller. But really, I mean, I think don't meme the bot, we generally speaking, people love to put their country as Antarctica or Isle of Man, although one person actually does live in the Isle of Man, but 410 for Gwafey, 450 for Chiller. That's all right. I'm an admin for the bot. I can change it. No worries. Gwafey's board getting up a bit high here. Gets a nice double with that T to open up the right side well. Gwafey's like, what am I doing? 444 for Gwafey. Long bar over. 468 into 19. And another Tetris Gwafey, 493. Chiller 5 lines away. And no great place for the square. Chucks it over to the left side. And is going to transition into 19 with it covered well, but able to uncover and get a long bar down for a Tetris. 489 for Chiller through 137, 522 through 144 for Gwafey. All right, thank you, Tetris. I appreciate it. Listen, there's only a few people. There's a few people that I use as punchlines because, because I love them the most, really. $605 for Gwafey, $567 for Chiller. All right, 630 for Chiller, 692 Gwafey. Chiller back by 62,000 points, but also back by, about 5 lines when I started that sentence. Longbar gets over for Chiller. That was a little scary. Chiller going to fix up that left side. That the left side? It is. Okay, now has a flat stack here. Skim and a Tetris for Chiller. And another one. 724. There's a Tetris Gwafey, 813, but, Gwafey 8 lines ahead. And so if you make all those extra lines like Tetris worth of points, and it's pretty darn close. Tetris Gwafey, 852 through 202, 11 lines ahead, Gwafey. Oh, Chiller's board needs some attention. Okay, building out left and right. Okay, opening up that little chasm there in like column 7 and 8. And Chiller is going to uncover that well. Longbar goes in for the Tetris. 811 Chiller. 933 Gwafey. Gwafey ahead by 8 lines still. Tetris Chiller. Great survival. Tetris Chiller, 915. Gwafey has got the max out. He's into 29 now at about A08. Chiller, 951 into 29. Now it's 100 lines until that level 39 super kill screen. The speed will double again. And that will be basically the end of this entire match, somewhere between now and then. But Chiller back by about 70,000 points. Gwafey really setting up. Tetris is here, gets another one. B00, that's a 1.1 million for Gwafey. Tetris for Gwafey, B41, trying to put some distance between himself and Chiller. Oh, the board climbing for Gwafey now. Okay, B48 is the top out, so B49 is the target for Chiller. All Gwafey can do is watch and wait. B49. Oh, that long bar to the right. Oh, no, the right side is going to be cut off by Chiller, and Gwafey is going to hang on and take this game. Gwafey clearly not happy with topping out for B48, but when you get out to a decent lead against an opponent, that, chasing down is pretty tough. So Gwafey did what he had to do to take this match, and Chiller, a great performance as well. Always love a decider. But it is Gwafey who will be moving on. Chiller. Gwafey will be taking on Knight. That's going to be quite a bracket. Fractal Eyeball, Knight, and Gwafey. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.